Ciao, Cristina.
Hello everyone. Hi, how are you?
I know you can speak a little of Spanish.
But un poquito, muy poquito. Very few words, but I
But
understand. I understood everything you said.
okay, so that's nice. First of all, how are you?
I'm doing very well, very busy, a lot of projects going on. Happy International Women's Day, first of all. And I'm actually pretty good. I am very positive that things are aligning well and things are going back to a so-called normality. So that makes me really happy.
Hmm. We were talking before starting the interview that you are into a new world now with tweets and video games. It's a new times for you. How has been this evolution of yourself from maybe just a musician and now influencer in that kind of way?
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I mean, I don't want to influence anybody, but I would love to inspire other people. Uh, I I also like the fact that you can always reinvent yourself. Of course, music is always the first priority in my life. Lacuna Coil is at the first place of the list of the things that I want to be part of in life. But I also have a lot of other passions. I was always passionate about the nerd world. So during the pandemic, in a moment in which I couldn't go around to play our music, I couldn't meet our fans, I couldn't just 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 travel. I i thought, why not opening a Twitch channel? This way I can connect with the fans, I can play video games and stream them online and unite my passions in the same outlet. And that's how it started. So I could have never imagined that having a Twitch channel could have opened so many other doors for me, because apparently no one in the world knew that I was a nerd. And I was like, okay, I mean, it was so there, it was so clear. But of course, I understand that before the advent of social medias, and I'm not just talking about Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, like other social medias, it was not possible to see behind the artist. So maybe I was perceived, as the dark lady who sings in a rock and metal band, mysterious and sexy and everything, and nobody ever met my other side, which is, more relaxed, more nerd, more funny. And I'm happy that I can show it right now.
Hmm. Now you are doing that streamings.
Mhm.
Do you think that, or do you feel that you are so busy? Because before you were not doing that kind of things every week, chatting with the people or playing video games or whatever. And do you feel in that way that you have a new pressure on your shoulders?
It is and it is not, because first thing first, it's something that I chose to do. I mean, if tomorrow I would stop everything, I don't have any I don't have anyone to talk to that will tell me that I shouldn't stop Twitch or anything else. I am completely responsible, as I always was, of all my social medias. And the day that it will become a real pressure, I will stop it, because for me now it's fun. It's a way to connect with our fans. Um, it's something that makes what I do slightly diverse. And to be honest with you, I know that it takes time, but my work ethics has always been like, I want to do things. I want to be busy. Then I might be complaining at times, but it's just a way, to just say it. And in reality, I like to keep myself busy. I like to create. I like to learn things. I didn't know a lot of things about electronics and computers and outlets and Streamlabs that I have learned. And I know that if you want to succeed somehow, you have to be in a schedule, and being in a schedule means work hard to get there. I don't believe in, oh, I did this and I got lucky. You need to insist, you need to work. If you fail, you have to try again. And if you fail again, you try again. So at least that's my, work method, I guess.
Yeah, and I was talking with with different musicians who has a Twitch account and they do streamings, but
Sure, yeah. Sorry, I sneezed.
Salud.
I felt it coming. I was like, oh, it's gonna come.
And one of them, which is Matt Heafy from Trivium, is in the face of the Streamlabs website.
Absolutely, is one of the main streamers in in rock metal for sure.
And there are some platforms like Cameo, Patreon, but this is a little bit different. Do you think that Twitch could be I don't know how to say that, a good way to for the artist to get money, but with regular periods? I mean, in every month, to have a salary?
Well, Twitch is different than Cameo and Patreon because to subscribe yourself to Patreon or Cameo, or to get a video from Cameo, you have to pay to have something in exchange, whether it's content, new pictures, exclusive, or a happy birthday video. Twitch is completely free, so it is to the follower choice to give you a sub. So it could be a good source of income, but at the same time is not forcing anyone to give you a subscription. And at the same time is, in my opinion, the more real outlet, because on Twitch, there are no filters. Whatever you say, it's streaming in real life. So unless you're a good actor, your real attitude, your real personality is going to come out. And I love this because I personally can feel myself 100% without edits, without censored. I have a YouTube page, for example, but I don't know how good I would be to edit video. That would be the polished side of Cristina if I would put some videos on YouTube. On Twitch, they get the raw Cristina, with no makeup, in our pajama, playing video games, cursing at times, like a real person. And I like this approach of Twitch. On the other side, of course, like if you want to make a living, especially in this period in which there are no tours, you kind of have to wish that followers will, will sub to your channel instead of another one, or together with another one. But so far, I prefer Twitch over the rest. I've been asked so many times to join Cameo, but I don't know. I will have to think about it.
And as you said, on Twitch, you can, in your case, be yourself.
Yes.
And show the people how you are outside the music world and that stuff.
Exactly.
Have you sometime felt afraid about share too much about yourself?
No, because I know that I will always share up to a certain point. What I mean is that I am not afraid to share anything about me. I mean, I'm talking about nudity and stuff, but within the private, I am a very open person. I'm not ashamed of anything that I do. I do not regret of doing something bad in my life. So I think that I can speak honestly and openly about my tastes and show, angles of my house, or say what I really think. I put the line in between myself and my very private life. And I'm talking about, my boyfriend, my family, my friends. You very, very, very rarely see pictures of my boyfriend or dinners with friends, because I want to protect them. For me, it's them that have to be outside of it all, because I don't want to involve them in any type of problems. Whatever I say, it is my responsibility. You don't like it, you want to attack me, I am ready, I can take it, I'm strong. But I don't want anyone else within my, close group of friends and my family to be involved in any kind of pressure. That's why, I feel absolutely free. I never felt any pressure in like, oh my God, I cannot say this, I cannot say that. Whatever, it is me. Take it or leave it.
And today is March 8th, International Women's Day, and as you said, you are, or you feel you are strong. You try to protect your loved ones
Mhm.
with the social media stuff, but have you suffered sometimes some problems with yourself or with some people who is disgusting on social media for being a woman?
For being a woman, let me think. Maybe in the very, very beginning of my career with Lacuna Coil, uh, people were more suspicious because it was pretty new to see a woman in a metal band. So it's not that I got disrespected, but I was treated a little bit like, I don't know, show me what you got, or like, oh, what are you doing up there? But I understand it was something absolutely new. Real disrespect, no, it never happened to me because I'm that kind of person that if you disrespect me, I'm gonna let you pay for that. And I'm gonna contrast that, and not because I am a woman, but because I am a human being. So you have to respect me as a human being, regardless of the gender. uh, I have to admit that even if women have to work a long way to get to the same level as guys, at the same time, being a woman brings more plus that I embraced. I mean, I love the fact that there are more females now in the metal scene. I'm definitely very, very happy about that, because I feel that rock and metal was the last genre in which women were a little bit less present than other genres. I think about pop music, for example. The most successful artists that I can think of are mostly women. Like, I don't know, Rihanna, Beyonce,
Lady
Taylor
Gaga, yes.
Swift, Lady Gaga. In metal, it wasn't like this, but now it's coming up because there are more women that are listening to metal as well, which was more a male related genre. And I'm happy about it because music shouldn't have sex.
And from the music industry, I mean, managements or labels or that kind of stuff, um, have you received a bad treatment or have you felt some bad way of words for you or some that kind of stuff with you just for the same reason for being a woman sometime?
No, no, it never happened to me. And if it was happening, I mean, I would have never been able to work with people like this. No, it never happened to me. Actually, I always found a lot of support uh, of my ideas as well. We have never been forced as Lacuna Coil, in anything. Uh, we had some maybe suggestions on, I don't know, I remember that um, we did a photo shoot for the cover of In a Reverie, in which the photographer kind of prepared a setup that was kind of awkward for us because we had body paint, but it was very artistic. And that was probably the only time that I'm like, when I look at that picture, I'm kind of like, but it's still cool. It's still cool. It's not the disrespectful. It was something very, very artistic. Um, but thinking about, my whole career, that was the only time that I wasn't like completely in control of my image and ideas. No, luckily it never happened.
And on social media, it's true that the fact of being a woman
Mm.
and if you can be good looking for your fans or for whatever, it can helps to you or your band to grow up. Have you felt that it happened to you or to Lacuna Coil?
Well, probably yes, because I mean, a woman attracts more attention than a guy, unless you're talking about, I don't know, Jason Momoa. But I mean, nobody would ever complain about Jason Momoa putting a picture, without a shirt on. And you would see a lot of comments from girls about him being hot and everything. The problem is when you see a woman showing her femininity, you don't only see comments of like, oh, you're beautiful, you're hot. You will also see comments questioning the intelligence of a woman, which is something that doesn't match. I mean, the fact that I can be sexy, the fact that I can be hot, the fact that I can put a nice dress and high heels doesn't have anything to do with my personality or how smart I can be, because that could never happen to a guy. Nobody would ever see a picture of a hot guy saying like, oh, I'm sure he is a moron. I'm sure he's stupid. And this is the only thing that I don't really like. Well, not the only thing, but I can see that there is a different treatment. The more you try to show your femininity in a sexy way, then there will always be someone pointing the finger like, oh, you're trying to sell out. And it's just like, no, I like to wear a cool dress. I like to put high shoes because my legs are looking better to me as I look in the mirror. I feel more confident if I'm dressed this way. And I see the difference. I see the difference of the treatment when you dress more sexy and when you dress less sexy. It's like you're perceived differently. Like, oh, you're dressed like sexy, then you're a little bit more smart than your version of the sexy. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, and when on social media some bands use that sexy dresses or something like that to make their accounts grow, or their bands grow just for social media, do you think that it's a good way, or what's your opinion about that?
I think that, a good box is always cool to look at, but you need a content inside. You need something interesting, because a beautiful box is like, oh, wow, looks great. You open it and there's nothing inside. It's going to end there. So I think that you can be active and try to promote a band because of the beauty of the singer, but or a musician. But if the singer is not good in any way, or only charismatic, I'm not saying that it has to be a perfect singer, because it's not about technique. It's much more than this. If there is nothing that backs up the fact that you just put an image out there, it's not going to work, because people are not stupid. They're not going to buy a record because you're hot piece of cake.
Yeah,
they're going to buy posters, they're going to buy pictures, but it's like, okay, the singer sucks, oh, this musician sucks. They immediately going to connect that they are playing the card of like, hey, look how pretty this member of the band is.
yes,
It's not the secret for the longevity of a band or even the success. It could be good at first. It could be good because of course it will be much easier from the marketing points to sell a band, to show people like, hey, look at this band instead of this one. But then as a band, you have to produce music, you have to play concerts, you have to give interviews, and that is much different than a pretty face.
Yes, and I was talking before with Nora from Battle Beast about that concept called female metal bands, and both Nora and me were saying that we hate that concept, that concept, because I mean, you are bands. It doesn't
Female
matter.
fronted bands.
Yes, you're bands. It doesn't matter if you are 5 women, 3 men, and 2 women. It doesn't matter. You are bands, and the most important thing is your art or your music in this case, not who is the member of the band. What do you think about this concept?
I agree with you. I mean, I've been answering for years, the question, I used to be a woman in a metal band. Lacuna Coil is a female fronted band and stuff. But regardless of the fact that we have 2 singers and the other one is a male, I understand that it could be a way to describe our music to someone who has never listened to us. So like what kind of music they play? Oh, they are, they have a female voice in it. They are like this, like that. But to put everything in a specific genre, it's kind of ridiculous. It's always been kind of ridiculous. But I mean, there is nothing I can do about it.
And in terms of female singers, which are your main or your favorite singers of music? I won't say heavy metal or rock. I mean the whole music. Who are your favorite female singers?
I love Mike Patton very, very, very much. I think he's in a way underrated, because I mean, I love Fate No More as well, but he's a phenomenal singer. I mean, he can do everything. He can scream for hours, and he sings amazingly. He has a great charisma. He's an amazing performer.
But I mean female.
Oh, female. Sorry, I understood male. I
No,
went
female,
specifically
because
for males.
when you
Female.
said Mike Patton, I was like, I will look on internet if he has
Oh, sorry.
his gender.
Sorry. I swear I understood male, and I was just like, okay, well, okay, that's an interesting question actually, because everybody's asking for female singers.
Later,
Favorite
you are the
female
one
singers
with males.
Favorite. It's not that I have like idols or like, oh, I would like to be like this singer. I think that there are a lot of good qualities from different singers. The first ones that are coming to my mind are my circle of friends. For example, Anneke of the Gathering, she has a beautiful angelic voice. I don't know, Tatiana from Ginger as a growl. But I like more Anneke's melodic voice. So my favorite singer would be basically a monster that would include so many different singers. I don't have one singer that I'm like is up there. And I'm glad about that, because I think that voice is something so personal, so unique, that I don't think that there is one person that encloses everything that I personally like. I'm talking, about my personal taste. Mm-hmm. Then who else? I always said that I love Black vocalists, not only Aretha Franklin, but, just like the kind of very warm Black voices, because they are not paying attention to technique all the time, but they want to express feelings. When I listen to a singer, I want to hear feelings more than technique, the perfect note, the perfect pitch. I don't care about that. I want the voice to get here.
Yeah.
So definitely Black voices in general. I like Lady Gaga too. I think she's a great singer too.
Me too. And
she's a metalhead.
Yeah, he played with Metallica some years before.
Yeah.
And I understand you what you say about music from inside, if you can say in that way, because my mom sings blues music and sometimes jazz. Yeah. And is that what you said? Is that I mean, I love her voice. Hi, mom. But but it's another kind of way of feel the voice. If you compare it, for example, maybe sometimes with heavy metal music or rock music. So I agree with you. And well, before you thought that I asked about male singers. Now a part of Mike Patton.
Oh, I forgot Adele. I think she has a great voice.
Yes.
Not only because she's good, but because she expresses feelings. That's what I like. She's really like.
Yeah. And now male singers?
Male singers, for sure. As I said, Mike Patton, and I explained why. Another singer that I like very much is Devin Townsend, who's a friend as well. And he's extremely versatile, and I like him a lot. I like what he does. He's very creative too.
And well, I don't know if you have a deadline now for the interview, but if you have some time, I can.
Yeah, I have you for more minutes, no problem.
Okay. And well, now I would like to know it's a different subject, but well, you are the singer of Lacuna Coil.
Mm,
What's up with Lacuna Coil? Because you released your last live DVD, an album,
yeah.
but what's happening now?
Well, I cannot really tell you what's going on, but we entered the studio and ah, we are working. We are working on new stuff. We are creating.
Can we wait some new Lacuna Coil stuff for this year?
I can't tell. Probably yes. End of the year. Probably.
Okay.
Probably. No, I can't tell you anything about it.
Okay. Then we'll talk at the end of the year about about the
Yes.
new projects of the
Yes.
band.
Updates later on.
And you before in the summer, you play here in Spain in some
Yes.
festivals. I don't know exactly which one, but I remember Rock Imperium and Zeta Live. I don't know if you are in more festivals here, but how did you see the situation of the festivals for this summer with the COVID situation? Because it seems to be better. You had
This is a good
COVID.
question. This is a good question. In Italy, things are getting better. Apparently, in April, they're talking about like going free without masks, even in closed spaces. So I really do hope that things will continue as they
Even
as
in
they
closed
do.
spaces.
Yes, they are talking about it. Of course, anything can happen, but hopefully not. Hopefully, everything will stay as it is under control. And I really do hope that we're going to be able to play every festival that is scheduled so far, because so far so good. So fingers crossed.
Yes, yes.
Fingers crossed, because I mean, we are all over this pandemic. We did everything that we could, and let's just hope that things will be bright, because we
Ah,
need music, we need events.
absolutely. I saw on social media you had COVID on January or December or something like that.
No, in December, I
December.
spent Christmas and New Year's Eve alone at home.
Oh,
Yay!
sorry for that.
No,
And
actually it was not that bad, because I mean, I am a very independent person, so even when I'm alone, I am fine. And I am not like a huge lover of Christmas and New Year's Eve. Uh anyway.
I feel you.
So of course, I missed my family, but at the same time, I was just like, I have everything I need. I have TV, I have a computer, I have a microphone, I have all the outlets that can keep me busy. So I cannot complain.
Did you suffer a lot? How did you deal with the COVID?
It was bad. The first week was not fun. 2 days were pretty bad, because I had a high fever for not even a day. The fever that went down, with medicines, but uh it hit every person differently, and the way it hit me was not on the throat. For example, a lot of people suffered, throat and coughing.
Yes, for
For
me.
me, it was just like normal coughing. Throat was okay. I had, sense of smell and taste. They never went away. But for a week, I suffered, uh like my nerves were hurting, like from the back to the legs. I couldn't find a comfortable position in bed, so I couldn't sleep, because I would keep waking up, because of I had like nerve pain, with like a sort of a sciatica, but
Yeah.
double, not only on one side, on the other side as well. It was pretty bad. Then the second week, I had a sort of a congestion here, so I was talking very nasally, but overall I was okay. Overall, I was okay.
Hmm. When well, I saw that you were fully vaccinated with
Yes,
both
yes.
doses. Uh, what would you say to the people that is talking about? I have the fully vaccinated too, but I got COVID the next day. I got the vaccine because I have how is the name of the only one? I don't know how to say.
Johnson and Johnson.
Yes, Here in Spain, it has another name, but Johnson and Johnson. I have just one doses.
Okay.
But when you listen to the people talking about if you are vaccinated but you got COVID, why have you got the machine? What do you think about that stuff?
Well, that's a hard topic because I get really, really angry in a way when I talk about this, because I trust science. A lot of my friends are scientists, biologists, virologists, so I talk to them constantly. And to see people that have no idea about medicine, including me, because I never studied science or any other type of matters related to science, thinking that they know everything about how a vaccine works, what's in there, long-term risks, trials. It's very depressing because now on internet, everybody's an expert after watching a couple of videos on YouTube or
Yeah.
a website created the day before from a person that you don't know. Yet again, some people is more willing to believe a person that they have no idea about instead of a whole community, a worldwide community of doctors. And this is really depressing to me because we are in 2022. We should be open about that. And most of all, we shouldn't make something that helps our health politic. A lot of people are confusing politics and the vaccine. I mean, we're still in between a pandemic. We're right through a pandemic. We're getting out, but we're still in it. So we should trust who can help us to get out of this pandemic. So no YouTubers, no streamers, no unknown people on internet. We should trust doctors because they are studying the matter. They know what a virus is. They know how to fight it. They got together with other doctors around the world to solve the problems. Instead, all the other things are coming out. Oh, it's just for money. Oh, it's a political thing. Oh, they want to control us. And I'm like, how do they control you? You have this.
Yes.
You have this.
The
With
same
this,
thing I say.
they can
You
control
have
you.
Google here.
You're writing on Facebook. They know your cell phone. They know where you live. They know what you eat. They know what you did at 11. They know when you go to the bathroom. Yet again, you think that they're going to be controlling you putting 5G with the vaccine. And I'm like, really? Really? So the only thing that I can say is that it was very clear from the very beginning that the intent of the vaccine was to keep the bad symptoms down.
Yeah.
It wasn't intended to, you're never going to get COVID, because they're still studying it. But of course, what's out, it's because it's been approved. Timing has been different now because there are a lot of bureaucratic things that have been shrinked because of the emergency of the pandemic. You know, there is always an answer, like a clear answer for every Novax that I talk to. Yet again, they don't accept it. They like better to trust strangers or like a fake study on a picture that everybody can manipulate. But no, it's easier to manipulate like a whole community of doctors around the world that they don't know each other.
Yeah.
What can I say about it?
I'm totally agree with you, and I don't know there in Italy or in Milano, but here in Spain, it happened a lot. Some people who don't know anything about medicine or science talking about the virus, and well, is the same thing as you said.
Yeah. It happens. It happens here in Italy. Actually, it also happened that some of those people who didn't believe, in vaccines and COVID, who actually denied the existence of COVID, which makes me feel, very pissed off because I lost people to COVID that had no progressed illnesses. They don't trust doctors. They don't trust the vaccine. They don't trust science. But to get the green pass, which is the COVID permission, to enter places, they bought them from a Telegram group of unknown people. They gave all the personal data to those people, credit card and everything.
Even
So
credit
not
card.
only, yeah, of course, because to buy it, you need to give
Okay.
all the details. And not only those people sent them fake green passes, but also asked them to pay more money. If not, they would have put their private data everywhere and they would sue them. So I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? That's a joke. That's a joke.
I didn't know about that, but well.
If you're scared
It's
to do a
hilarious.
vaccine, I get it. If you have preconditions and you're worried about it, I get it. But if you talk about like stupid stuff, then I can't justify you. I'm sorry.
Yes. And there in Italy, how's the situation with maybe small concerts? Because I've seen that you've been playing during the last months with Resophonic in different concerts. How is the situation for the smaller bands or for local bands there in Italy? Because here in Spain, we have some Spanish bands which are still touring, but the amount of people in their concerts, it's almost the same that before the pandemic, because the people is not going to the concerts to support the local bands. How's the situation there in Italy?
Well, I haven't been to concerts lately. I was supposed to play a concert end of January with Resophonic, but then we couldn't do it because a couple of members in the band got COVID. But not because of restrictions in the venue. It was possible to actually do the show. It was a show in a place where people would have been sit and separated. So with distances, it was still possible to play the show. I don't know how is the situation about the other concerts. I know that a lot of them has been postponed. I know for sure that there is not a lot of help from the government, because it seems that every artistic outlet, it's underrated. It's kind of like, okay, pubs, discotheques, concerts, we can wait. We can't wait. We can wait. Instead, there are so many people working behind the scenes that are left without a job for a couple of years. Roadies or, caterings, tour managers.
Yeah.
So many. And the government seems to not care at all.
Yeah. Here in Spain is the same. And when you were at the backstage and all that feelings that you were so you've been many so much time without them because of the pandemic. How was for you when you were before going to the stage and all that stuff? What did you feel? Was it like when you were a teen with Lacuna Coil, when you were playing concerts? How did you feel that moment?
I played the first concert with Resophonic in 2021, I think. And the last concert that I played was with Lacuna Coil in a place with no people, no crowd, and it was a streaming concert.
Yep.
So it felt like I was starting all over again. I was extremely ecstatic to sing again, to be with my friends, to see people, even if they were in front of me sitting with a mask on. I was glad to be there regardless, even if it was weird, even if it was different, because as I said earlier on, we need events, we need a human touch, we need to connect with other people. I understand, the help of, I don't know, now we're talking with Zoom, but I love real human contact to put together, with all this that I have around me, computer monitor and stuff. It's nice to be in touch like that, but I would gladly talk to you, in front of a coffee, in a little bar.
I remember some years ago in a restaurant while you were eating pasta in Madrid.
I like it much better. I like it much better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a doubt when I see your Instagram stories or your Twitch streamings. mm, Do you have enough space in your house for all the
Holy
stuff you
shit.
have? Because you are receiving a lot of the stuff every day,
You
and
just
it's
touched
full of things.
you just touched a very tough topic. It is true that I have a lot of stuff, but the problem is that everything that I have is reminding of something, or it's something that I like very much because my fans are so present. They know exactly what I love. Like I got this one yesterday. This
Hmm.
is like a mini arcade of Bubble Bubble. I
Yeah.
mean, how could I throw away something like this? How could I separate myself from all this? And I know that it's too much, but I am chaos. So I guess I have to live with it.
Have you thought about about a new, bigger house?
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about it, but just the process of like taking everything from one place to another drives me crazy. I'm not ready for that. And I have way too many things to do now. So thinking about this is
Yeah,
not doable at the
I
moment.
know what you say. I mean, I moved from another house 3 months ago, and as you can see, this part of is empty. Just two things: a candle, which is it's broken.
Is that a super saiyan behind you?
Yeah, is Vegeto.
Eccola, Vegeta. That's it.
I'm a huge
Cool.
Dragon Ball fan,
Cool.
and
Cool. Cool.
and
There you go. There
and
you go. That's where I drink from.
oh, I love it. And this is a question. I don't know because we were talking on Instagram some months ago, and you told me that I should send our magazines. This is the last one we had with
Yeah,
Volbit on the cover to the Valhalla pub. I don't know if you have received some of them, but
I got it. I got
yeah,
it. And I
really,
was wondering because there was nothing written in it. And I got it from the management. And I was just like, that's nice. Thank you. I wasn't expecting it.
because I will take one of them with some pictures of yourself very young
Okay.
in your first time in Spain.
Ooh.
I think it's in this
First
one.
time in Spain, was
Really
it
on the
Rock
cover.
Machina?
I will.
First time in Spain, was it Rock Machina?
Yes, and this
Oh, I
is
do remember that festival.
a report about Rock Machina
Whoa.
with
Back
original
in the
pictures.
days.
And here,
Ooh, back in the days. A young Cree.
and even here in the party side.
Yes.
Eh,
On the party side.
How did you remember your first time in Spain at Rock Machina?
I remember that it was a great festival. It was so well organized. Like the sound was great. I remember that everybody was having a good time. And I mean, I always connect Spain with good time, good time, fun people, good food, sun, because it's always bright. And there is always a good weather in Spain. I have great memories
But it's similar
for
to
sure.
Italy. I mean, I've never been on Italy. I should, but it's a very similar country, I think, in that
It
way.
is. It is. Probably you guys are more relaxed than we are. I don't know if it's because I live in Milano, so everything is very hectic.
It
But
depends.
Spain, it's more like,
It
okay,
depends
we're
because
gonna make it.
in Barcelona and Madrid, I think that it's like in Milano. But
Like
if
Milano,
you go to
see,
the south of Spain, for example, you'll play at Rock Imperium which is in Murcia. Maybe you
Mhm.
can feel that kind of stuff
More
there.
relaxed. Yes.
Yes, or in Zeta Live, which is in a small village in Castilla y León, which is um, that kind of place where there are a lot of old people.
Mhm.
Not Zamora, which is the biggest city in that area, but that big area of the community.
Okay.
And I guess that it's similar because in Italy, I guess it's the same.
Yes. Yes.
In the
Pretty much the
village,
same
there
thing.
are older people, and in the cities are the maybe was
Yes,
a
more
lot of
when it's
people.
more industrial and it's more worked focused, everybody's just like
I guess it's like here. So, well, Cristina, thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you. It was an awesome
It's
chit chat.
it's been very good to see you again, and I hope to see you very soon. As
Thank you.
we've been talking before, see you at Theta Live, and fingers crossed if we can do that thing we've been talking about.
All of them. Can I cross these two?
I can.
Somehow.
It's very weird.
Double fingers crossed.
Yeah. And well, thank you very much for your time, and
Thank
hope to
you.
see
Thank
you
you so
soon
much.
here, and hope to listen to your new music as soon as possible.
Thank you.